Hi everybody, time to get into it. NBA action on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, joined by Hall of Famers Doris Burke and Grant Hill, and the fourth member of our crew, reporter Allie LaForce. And here we can check out the story for him.
And he's been outstanding offensively as of late. These last 5 games, he's been a beast at the offensive end. A different level scorer than he had been earlier in the season. Let's see if he can keep it up.
So the Raptors starting 5. And it's Hibbert in at the power forward position. We've got James Harden, and it's Rodriguez in at the point guard position. You look at this on paper, and it feels like one-way traffic, Doris. Could this be a trap game?
It sort of has that feeling, BA. A big underdog going against the big-time favorite. But here's why. Play the game. Any given night in this league, anything can happen.
And so off the tip, it's Toronto. Pass to Lewis. To the paint. Here's Arenas. No good. Right side Harden. Tipped. Here's Lewis. Defended by Harden. Here's Arenas. Here's Lewis. It's the trifecta.
I tell you, it always feels great getting those first points on the board.
And will that get him rolling? Will it get his team rolling? This should be an interesting night.
Here's Rodriguez. Oh, he picked him clean. Here comes Toronto on the push. Here's Hibbert. And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
The very definition of quality transition offense. If it can end at the cup, it's exactly where you want it.
It's picked off. Here's Pierce. In his last outing, 16 points for him. Down low. And it's going to be a 3-second call.
3 seconds.
The Raptors have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. And there's the screen. To the inside. Here's Hibbert. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Here's Pierce. No good. Unable to win this run.
Listen, that's a quality mid-range shot. He just couldn't capitalize.
Lewis passes to Hibbert. It's rebounded by Pierce. Here's Howard. And it's Howard finishing it off.
Well, good night for the defense. Dwight Howard finishes with authority.
Pass to Billups. Now, if you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Here's Arenas. And there it is for him.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flowing rhythm to their offense.
Three-pointer, Harden. Rebound by the Raptors. They defeated Detroit in their last game.
Yeah, they wanted to win the physical battle in that game, and they did. Their rebounding numbers really paint the picture.
That control of the boards, I felt, fed their offense. There were a ton of second chances, a lot of confidence their bigs could dominate the glass.
Here's Pierce, following the three-point basket by Toronto. Shot clock at 6. Puts it up. And Arenas pulls it down.
1 of 5 to start the game. They have to slow down and just play their brand of basketball.
Howard with some nice D. And so it's Harden with it. He brings it up for the Liberty. Trailing by 10.
Yeah, it was really just the failure to convert shots on a consistent basis. That's going to cost you games, believe me.
I thought most of the shots they took were low percentage looks. The key in the NBA is, can you get your best scorers into their best spots? They didn't do that.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
To the wing on the left. That shot is good, Lewis. Lewis has got 6. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Toronto.
Well, their hands resulting in plenty of steals in the early going, keeping the opposition there off balance.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
Here's Pierce, following the three-point basket by Toronto. Off the mark with a little step back, Jay. Pass to Billups. Here's Hibbert. Here's Lewis. 6 points for him. It's hauled in by Pettit. Here's Pierce. Now here's Howard. Outside Harden. 4-3. Drops in the 3.
Yeah, the mechanics of James Harden's shooting are just so defined and on point. He gets the ball, and he's ready to shoot right away.
Here's Arenas. Turned in an outstanding game against Detroit. Here's the break. Pierce can't get to it.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Here's Arenas. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And they're behind right now because they're failing to play quality defense. It's that simple.
The home team calls timeout. This game against Toronto is the first time they've met this year.
No one was surprised last year when they won their season series against this team. And most people expect this to be a repeat of that, too.
You take nothing for granted. These teams are very familiar with one another, and we expect a close contest.
So both teams changing it up here. Now here's Klingon. Pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 5. It's rebounded by Polanese.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Pass to Banchero. Klingon with a screen. Three-pointer. Banchero no good. Raptors lead by 12. Here's Havlicek. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Now here's Kessler. Started by Klingon. And finished off by Kessler.
The offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
They have used their size and their strength to get off any shot they want. They've dominated on the interior.
And Banchero gets it to go.
When you have the dribble drive game of Paolo Banchero, you've got to be able to balance that with your range shooting. Knocks down the 3 there.
Havlicek. And the Raptors getting another bucket right there.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And Billups gets it to go. Billups has got 7 points.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Banchero left side. The kick out to Brunson. Pass to Banchero. Takes a 3. Banchero missing again.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrated.
Kessler a screen. Havlicek passes to Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
They've been very effective so far. A balanced attack at its best.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
Inside. Oh, it's stolen. Pass to Billups. His fourth make in 5 tries. Solid start for him.
Impressive. Their ball movement has been excellent tonight.
Here's Paxson. Now Klingon. He's covered by Kessler. To end the run. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. That one on Kessler.
Personal foul.
And let's take a look at the leaderboard and see which players were the top shooters from three-point land this past month. In the 3rd spot, Paolo Banchero.
Sometimes you get into a rhythm from long range, and you can ride that stretch for a while.
No good on the free throw. So it comes up empty at the line. Raptors lead by 19. Here's Havlicek. No good off the glass.
No question who's in control of the board so far.
Outside Reeves. Pass to Klingon. And here's Brunson. Outside Reeves. The 3. The rebound by Diaw. Toronto has gone 3 of 4 on threes here in this first quarter. Here's Havlicek. He's covered by Reeves. To the middle. Inside. Polonese. Dunks it hard with one hand. Wow, he makes it look easy.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone.
And so it's Toronto. They're feeling great. A 21-point lead. A big difference in shooting percentages. That's why they lead. And more NBA action on 2K Sports. Coming your way right after this. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play. This one has been one-sided so far. And for the Raptors, this has been a game they've wanted to have.
Defensively, their gambles are paying off. Jumping passing lanes and pressuring ball handlers.
And a few of those led to quick scores at the other end. Really active first quarter for them.
So for Toronto right now, and it's Havlicek in at the shooting guard position. Headed, passes to Rodriguez. From deep. Doesn't go, and he's 0 for 1 from the floor. Toronto leading by 21. Here's Lewis, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. How about that elevated look on the AT&T Connected Cam? Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Here's Pierce. Rebound, Toronto.
Boy, he just doesn't have it here tonight, and it's had a ripple effect on this team.
Pass to Lewis. And rejected. Here's Pierce. A steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Now Howard. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
This is a comfort zone for Dwight Howard. The closer he is to the hoop, the more effective he becomes.
Pass to Hibbert. Here's Arenas. Toronto passing it around. 5 on the clock. Here's Havlicek. It's rebounded by Pierce. The Liberty have gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. Here's Rodriguez. Off target with the 3. Raptors lead by 21. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. So are dynasties a thing of the past? Well, Commissioner Adam Silver said, I'm fine with dynasties and I'm fine with new teams emerging every year. What the fans want to see is great competition. As long as teams are emerging through great management, let the results happen however they play out. Guys?
Now you just want a fair fight. All right, Allie, thank you. The home team calls timeout. Harden, he's checked in for Reeves. Now for those joining us now, we're in the second quarter, about 3 minutes gone by. That one falls.
Not only is James Harden one of the elite one-on-one players, this guy is an elite passer, and it's on display there.
To the left wing. Here's Billups. Sends it home from three-point land. Billups has got 12 points in the game.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
And one key for quality teams in this league, beating the opponents you're supposed to beat. What goes into that, Grant?
Well, BA, they call them trap games. An opponent that, on paper, isn't up to your level, especially when they're missing key guys. The thing is, can you find that juice to take care of business?
First one falls for him. And so Howard nails them both. Toronto leading by 22. And almost 4 minutes gone in the second quarter of play. It's stolen. Down low. Here's Pettit. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
And you like the balance here, not just falling in love with the three ball.
Here's Arenas. A real weapon on offense, averaging around 24 and a half a game. That one a little long.
That's 2 points they should have had. I'm sure he'd love to get that look again.
Pass to Howard. Here's Pettit, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Rodriguez. The three. The shot won't fall.
I'm not sure he expected to be that wide open, and yet somehow comes away empty.
Tries the spin move. To the paint. And down it goes. Dunked it through off a beautiful setup.
B.A., when he gets the rim in his sights, it's tough to stop.
So aggressive and a determined finisher. Nice. Here's Pierce. Lewis with the rebound. The layup misses.
Everything right except the finish. Have to keep focused all the way through the play.
Shot's good by Rodriguez.
Oh, beautiful pass. My goodness.
It'll be a Raptors timeout.
Chance here to see the Eastern Conference standings. Guys, we've certainly seen some interesting mid-season storylines. You look at the Liberty, their efforts so far have put them 5th in the conference with plenty of time left to move up. And of course there's Toronto, currently a ways below.
Well, right now for Toronto, just already digging a nice big hole for themselves. The season has become a nightmare that few people, if any, saw coming.
They do have the talent necessary to get it turned around quickly. They won't want to wait too much longer to do it, but they can still make it a productive season.
Paxson passes to Harden. There's the three. Nails it from beyond the arc. Harden's got 6 points.
Well, James Harden, a sniper through and through. You give him even a little sliver of daylight, and that ball is gone.
That shot is good, Lewis. And the Raptors lead by 19.
Yeah, first quarter, he's dropped 2 threes. Now he has another to his credit.
Pass to Paxson. Now here's Harden. And he drives in, and he banks in the layup. Harden's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Oh my goodness, what an elusive move by James Harden. Not only the ability to put it on the deck, but the ability to make that shot. That's tough. Boy, they've done a good job overcoming his offensive struggles. He's got to be very thankful for his teammates.
Well, granted, 6'10", 250. Banchero is a guard in a big man's body.
Yeah, B.A., he has a great handle, which allows him to get wherever he wants on the floor. And the vision to create for his teammates, too. But if you put a smaller guy on him, he plays bully ball.
Here's Arenas. And that one is hammered home.
He slams it home and gets some extra camera time chilling on the rim.
Yeah, he did spend a little time up there, didn't he? Rodriguez, the pass to Paxson. Harden scanning the floor. Pass to Rodriguez. Jacks up a 3. It's rebounded by Polanese. Polanese has got 5 rebounds tonight.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Here's Billups. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Kessler, he's checked in for Toronto. 1:33 left in the half. To the inside, here's Polanese. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Now Harden. He's got 10. Toronto grabs the miss. The biggest lead of the game was 24 points. Arenas passes to Kessler, and the shot goes. Kessler's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Their system is running smoothly, and the gap on the scoreboard is widening.
You do like that the offense is humming along. They're putting in the effort to distance themselves.
Here's Arenas. Pass to Billups. There's the triple. 32 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Beyond the arc. And Clingan pulls it down. The Liberty have gone 8 of 15 in the second. Outside Harden. To end the drought. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. And through one half, it hasn't even been close. Toronto out in front, running away with this one. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
Hello, everybody. Maybe a bit of a surprise in this one, but what a fantastic first half we witnessed for the Toronto Raptors.
They're really hitting the boards, making a major effort. That's a big reason why they're up.
Well, as the rebounding expert on the crew, I'm giving them the O'Neal stamp of approval, which is hard to earn. Congrats, guys.
Okay, and now moving on to what's been a fantastic head-to-head matchup at the 2-guard spot.
Yeah, they're both smart-driven, extremely talented. They've been putting on a show, man.
Taking control individually as the leaders of their teams. We are watching greatness.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
ready for the second half here. A big comeback is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. And Harden's got the ball here for the Liberty. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Rodriguez in at the point guard position. From deep, rebound Toronto. And for Toronto, and it's Lewis in at the small forward position. And he makes no mistake, slam dunk.
And a solid pick to free him up for the dunk.
Boy, the timing there couldn't be any better.
The execution was simply flawless. That, ladies and gentlemen, is how you run that play.
To the right side. To the middle. Oh, they pick off the pass. Releases. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
A guy like this, with the skill set he's got, you can keep the defenders guessing.
Here's the pick. Here's Hibbert. He's got 10. Driving to the basket. 6 on the shot clock. He can't get it to go. Howard with some nice D. And he lobs it up. And it's Howard finishing it off.
That's about communication between teammates. Dwight Howard, high flying as ever.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. Pass to Pierce. Three-pointer, Harden. No good that time.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Here's Billups. He's got 14. It's stolen by Howard. Here's Rodriguez. Off target from outside.
He just can't find a consistent way to score, and this team could certainly use it.
Inside. Here's the steal. Here's Arenas, defended by Harden. Pass to Billups. Clock at 6. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Here's Pierce. Right wing. Fades. The shot by Howard, no good.
No one near him on that one, and I'm not sure why he felt like he needed to fade away.
Pass to Hibbert. Toronto passing it around. Here's Billups. To stop the drought. It's rebounded by Pierce. Pierce has got rebound number 5 here tonight. And here's Howard. Here's Rodriguez. The 3 is up. That one is off.
Boy, I don't love his shot selection tonight. You've got to work for better looks.
From 15 feet away, Arenas' shot is off. The Liberty have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Pass to Rodriguez. Now here's Howard. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window. Howard's got 10 points in the game.
Time and time again, they're creating good looks from close range.
Timeout called, the Raptors. Austin Reeves is checked in for Harden.
Number 15, Austin Reeves.
Here's Hibbert. 10 points for him. Pass to Arenas. Here's Billups. Here's Lewis. He's covered by Reeves. Down low. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride and makes it look easy.
Here's Rodriguez. He's He's got 5. Rebound Toronto. Hibbert's got rebound number 7 tonight.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10 rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
Pass to Billups. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Got it. Good job in the low post. He's got 16. Here's Reeves. He's scoreless. They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
That shot is good, Lewis.
Listen, this guy's a barometer for this team's success offensively. They go as he goes.
Rodriguez, the pass to Reeves. The ball's knocked loose. And a fast break now for the Raptors. And Billups gets it to go. Billups has got 18. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for Toronto.
Their defensive intensity has served them well. It kept the offense scrambling and resulted in several steals.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
They grab their own miss. Hibbert can't hit. The Liberty shooting 36% for the game. Not great. Pass to Arenas. To the paint. Hibbert, that's good.
This run has been fueled by their Matador defense.
Here's Reeves. Still no points. The home team calls timeout.
And no doubt, coach wants them to improve their interior defense.
I think right now they're giving up way too many easy looks. That is a recipe for disaster.
Here's Paxson to the middle. Arenas passes to Havlicek. And the officials will call the illegal screen here.
One of the trickier plays to judge, but it would be hard to argue against the call.
It is really difficult to get your feet completely set, to stay completely still. It's almost surprising to me that it isn't called more often.
Brunson surveys. Pass to Klingon to halt the run. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. That one on Kessler.
The officials were right on top of that one.
And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Well, one thing fans always have opinions about is NBA officiating.
Listen, I'm going to let the fans go crazy. What I recognize is officiating is one of the toughest jobs in the world. This game moves so quickly. They are making decisions in real time at sometimes very difficult angles. I am here to support the officials all the way.
Here's Havlicek. He's covered by Reeves. Pass to Arenas. The 3 is up. That one no good.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Here's Banchero. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
One thing Banchero knows how to do is get himself to the foul line. He puts defenders in a position where they have no choice but to foul.
And that one misses. Toronto shooting a fantastic 57%. Polonese. It's good from in tight. Polonese has got 8 points.
Boy, off a great pass there. That is just a matter of finishing strong.
Left side, Brunson. Bankero outside. 6 on the shot clock. Good. He has 7. A minute 35 left in the third. Kessler, a screen on Reeves. Here's Havlicek. Here's Kessler. Rejected by Klingon. It's Bankero with the drive. Oh, Bankero throws it down.
Boy, this guy is so much fun to watch. There's a level of physicality and toughness so ferocious as Paolo on the drive.
Toronto calls timeout.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Lewis, defended by Harden. The shot, and Billups gets it to go. Billups has got 6 here in the quarter.
Another bucket. This guy just keeping his foot on the gas pedal.
Brunson passes to Bankero. 44 seconds left in the third quarter. Bankero the screen. 3-pointer, Harden. That one's off. He's 4 for 9.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. Their offense is really humming right now, and it's because of the beautiful ball distribution.
And so Bankero will bring it up for the Liberty. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game. Shot and game clock separated by 5. 6 to shoot. Here's the 3. And he can't get that one. And so it's Toronto with a commanding lead to end the quarter. 27 points, looking good. It hasn't taken this. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. We've got Austin Reeves, and it's Barrett in at center. Baldwin, the pass to Caldwell. Fires from the wing. No luck on that one.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
On the wing, Reeves. Pass to Strickland. And we continue to see the value of NBA franchises climb. Grant, are you glad you got in when you did?
Oh, yes, I am. I think beyond, though, the dollars and cents, it's just the joy of having a hand in the growth of this game and this league that we all love so much.
And they call an illegal screen here.
They're starting a new trend with regard to turnovers. It's becoming problematic. The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Banked it in off the glass. Strickland's got his first bucket in this one.
Yeah, terrific work in the two-man game. Results in an easy bucket. That's how you do it.
Caldwell passes to Havlicek. Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Baldwin's shot is off. The Liberty shooting around 39%. They'd like to get that higher. Paxson, good.
I I'd like to see them run more plays for him. Maybe something in motion to make it harder for the defense to deny the ball.
Kessler a screen. Here's Caldwell. Pass to Kessler. Here's Havlicek. Kessler a screen. Down low. Stripped it away. Here's Paxson. And with the cap, many teams looking for cheap young players to fill the bench. How does that affect the mid-level vets?
Again, BA, I go back to how difficult roster construction and sustaining a quality roster are. The mention of youth here is about, listen, you have to hope your draft choices work out well, and you have to hope your young players develop quickly because they are on team-friendly contracts.
Timeout called, Raptors. So Toronto ends up going with a new group. Arenas passes to Lewis. Here's Arenas. Toronto passing it around. Shot from 12. Howard grabs the miss. The Liberty have gone 3 of 5 since this fourth quarter started. Pass to Pierce. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Harden. Fires the 3. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries. Here's Lewis. And again, Toronto, no good. Gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Here's Pettit. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And there's not a ton of time left, but they're still in the game.
Raptors lead by 18. Here's Arenas to win the cold spell. And that's 2 points on the layup.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Counted.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Here's Billups. Driving in. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Raptors lead by 20.
Oh, terrific pass right there. Your teammate just walks right into it.
Here's Pierce. Pass to Pettit. Outside Harden. Here's Rodriguez. Yes, and a nice assist from Harden. Harden's got 5 assists in the game.
They've now had assists on each of their last 3 buckets.
Here's Billups. Out of bounds as Toronto keeps possession.
Toronto ball.
Pass to Lewis. Shot clock at 6. Inside. It's stolen by Howard. Here's Pierce. Second chance shot. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. 1 free throw coming his way.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. That's why they continue to get attacked.
Raptors lead by 16. Here's Arenas. Pass to Hibbert. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
Good decision making. Scopes the situation, puts the pass right on the mark.
Here's Rodriguez. Howard inside. Yep, that one goes. Howard's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's been impressive scoring the basketball, but it is really tough to play from behind.
To the inside. And he goes in for the dunk.
He put a little flair on that one.
Yes, he did. Man, he's a strong finisher, huh? Pass to Rodriguez. Here's Pierce. baseline J is on the way. Here's Pettit. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And he drops it first. And he makes both free throws. Raptors lead by 16. Here's Billups to the paint. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass.
Well, this is a case where you use your size to full advantage, exactly what you're looking for.
Inside. Oh, got a piece of it. In transition, here they come. He fires from 18. And there's Toronto with another bucket.
All 5 guys are in sync. Their ball movement is flawless.
Harden, the pass to Pierce. Here's Pettit. And a fast break now for the Raptors. Pass to Hibbert. Here's Arenas. And you look at the different kinds of leadership, whether vocal or by example. Which do you prefer, Doris?
Well, I'm a greedy type of person, BA, so I want both. Obviously, a veteran who's been there and done that is going to hold weight with what he says. But your best players have got to also lead by example. Give me both types, BA.
And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
At that range, it is about finishing strong. You can't hesitate.
The home team calls timeout. This brief pause, let's take a look at our player of the game.
Yeah, he really got after it tonight. I mean, they asked him to provide a big chunk of the offense, and wow, he responded. The defense had no idea how to contain him.
You know, after a long and painful streak of losses, they needed this pick-me-up. He showed that it's never too late to play hard and get back in the win column. Ben Carroll the screen, just 4 to shoot. They get the rebound, and there's the slam, just to finish it off.
And it's so hard to stop the putback when you let him live at the rim like that.
Boy, once he gets his hands on it around the rim, it's too late.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
Doris, over the last few years, the NBA has done an outstanding job with replay, expanding its uses.
Well, you say outstanding job. For some, they would tell you that the replays and the reviews are taking far too long. For me, I have no problem with the time it takes because ultimately, these are game deciding.
New York City, the destination for the Grizzlies. A fan favorite, Zion Williamson is an athletic force who will bring his high-impact style as they get primed for action against the Knicks. Grizzlies. Knicks up next. And the starting group for the Grizzlies. Desmond Bane out there with Smith. Then it's Turner. Then there's Irving. And it's Shays in a power forward. Just 2 to shoot. From outside off the mark. Pass to Smith. And you'd like to say these teams are playing well coming in. But that is certainly not the case.
Yeah, they are struggling. And tonight is a big-time opportunity. One of these teams is going to leave here with a much-needed win.
Love the show of force there from Robinson. When he's deep inside, it is clear for takeoff.
Irving finds Turner. Davis with the double team. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. And the Knicks with possession here. Anthony, the pass to Robinson. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Robinson's got his second basket of the game.
I love watching Robinson work there in the paint. Possesses that strength and touch around the basket.
And a wide open look for Payne. And the 3-ball is good.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here is Robinson. Coming in off a 21-point game, his last outing. Shot clock at 5. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. And a chance now to take a look at some numbers for Anthony Davis. Smith against Stockton. Smith the pass to Bane. Here's the screen. Good. Bane's got 5 now.
Just look at the body of Bane. He's so strong, and that helps him down low.
Stockton the pass to Davis. Here's Anthony. New York moving the ball around. Here's Stockton. And it's sent back by Turner. Pass to Smith. Outside Irving. Back to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Turner with the screen for Smith. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And that one, good.
And he is a load inside. Turner can back anybody down to get to his sweet spot.
Outside Davis. Robinson on the wing, and stolen by Irving. Pass to Shays. And it's Anthony Davis with the rebound.
Oh, this is exactly the kind of opportunity you don't want to waste.
And G.A., you started your career with the Knicks. What memories do you have from your time in New York?
Well, after winning a championship in college, it was great to play for a team in the NBA that had similar aspirations, so many great veterans to learn from, and a Hall of Fame coach.
And he overshot that one, missing. And so Stockton will bring it up for New York. They trail by 3. Pass to Anthony. 4 on the shot clock. Oh, and a jam by Anthony.
Being that Anthony is 6'7", dunking is well within his arsenal. Nice finish there.
On the wing, Irving. In the corner, it's Bane. Here's Shays. Smith wide open. He fires. And again, Memphis no good. Stockton against Smith. Lets it fly from 18. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
And when Stockton gets a look from there, it is more often than not going in.
Turner dishes to Smith. And there's the drive. Good work there as it goes.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
The Knicks have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. Anthony, the pass to Davis. With his first shot attempt, Shays with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Pass to Smith. Turner with the screen for Smith. Kept alive.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Stockton from outside. Grizzlies with the rebound.
Well, that is stifling coverage on the perimeter. That's how you stop a good shooter in his tracks.
And Turner throws it down.
Hard to stop Turner in close. As soon as he has prime positioning, he is going for the slam.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy.
Here they are, fans. Put your hands together for the new city dancer.
Going with the new group. Now we get a chance to check out the standings out west. Already we're in December. We'll take a look at the Grizzlies. They're down in the bottom of the conference. Their fans hope they can turn it around and show some improvement. New York moving it around. On the wing, Richmond. He's covered by Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Spun in there. Great move.
And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Here's Williamson. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Davis. And Greg, we know he's a fearsome dunker. But Zion Williamson also has a soft touch.
And that's a great point, Kevin. He can finish in every way. Either hand, through contact, off balance, on the run, a natural gift for converting around the rim.
The first free throw is good. We are really in the thick of the regular season now, Greg. You like what you've seen so far?
Absolutely. You can tell that everyone came to play this year. The game just keeps getting more advanced, and the skill level continues to rise.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
Yeah, you have to really appreciate Williamson's fire and tenacity on the court. Players like him get everyone to increase their intensity.
It's good.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Williamson kicks to Horford. Johnson, wide open, he fired. No good on the triple. Knicks have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ballgame. Richmond, and no good, had a chance to take the lead there. And so it's Williamson who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Knicks team.
And one of the few bright spots of their last season was sweeping the season series in this matchup.
Now here is Davis. Nothing on the board.
And we've seen this movie before. Davis moves with authority and attacks the rim.
Johnson, the pass to Brown. Now here's Williamson. He's guarded by Davis. A fadeaway. That's good for Williamson on the assist by Brown.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
Pass to Davis. And here's Richmond. Back to Davis. That one goes in. Davis has got his second bucket of the night.
And just a good job of getting a high percentage look. Davis knows how to put himself in position to attack.
Horford no luck. The Knicks have gotten 8 of their 13 shots to find the bottom of the bucket. Outside, Davis. Pass to Petrovic. Now Richmond. He's covered by Brown. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
He is extremely offensive-minded here tonight. Richmond with the skill set to score on all 3 levels.
Inside. And finished off by Horford. This is back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Outside, Davis. Here's Petrovic. He's covered by Joseph. Brown against Richmond. That's good, and he's now 3 for 4 from the field.
3 of 4 to start. The young fella came to play.
Outside, Joseph. And the jump by Horford.
We'll see if they can finally hold on to a lead. It's been back and forth all night.
Well, this is why the fans are here. Each team trading blows, increasing the entertainment value.
Smith drops one in from the wing. And the Knicks lead by 1.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And he drops in the layup off the glass. Williamson's got 6 points. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Grizzlies out in front, leading by a point. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Hey guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
Well, they're in a great flow. The ball's moving. All those assisted buckets means the offense is running well.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
So on the floor for Memphis, we've got Desmond Bain. Also Johnson out there. And it's Joseph in at the 3. Right now, let's take a second to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
Thank you, guys. In an era of title or bust thinking, it's noteworthy that the grit and grind Grizzlies of the 2010s are properly celebrated. While they never made it past the Western Conference Finals, their physical style, built around Zach Randolph, Marc Gasol, Tony Allen, and Mike Conley, built a lasting legacy in Memphis. Kevin?
Thank you, Allie. So timeout called here. The first for Memphis.
Please give a big round of applause for your Memphis.
second for the Grizzlies. Smith comes in for Joseph. Let's take a peek now here at the league leaders in rebounding. Memphis leading. Smith outside. In the corner, it's Bain. Johnson outside. From the arc. And there's Bain. That's good on the assist by Smith. Smith's got 3 assists tonight. Nick shooting has been brilliant in this game. 67% from the floor. Back in the bounce pass. No coverage, that's it. Robinson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
He skipped it to perfection, utilizing the hardware.
Turner with a screen on Anthony. Here's Bain. And no good. Some solid defense from Robinson. Pass to Stockton. Pocket 6. Launches it from deep. And Irving pulls it down. And the Grizzlies leading by 3 over Brand. And it's Irving missing. And so Stockton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. This game coming after a loss against the Bucks.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating. That game was not their friend.
Well, you have to give the defense credit for making things hard on them, but they just looked out of sync offensively.
Here's Bain following the score by New York. Turner with the screen for Smith. He takes it in. Turner finds Bain. And a miss there on the triple. New York's gone 0-2 from deep in the second. Anthony against Bain. Stockton dishes to Robinson. Anthony on the wing. Shoots. And again, it's New York. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now here's Turner. 7 points in the game. Irving kicks to Bain. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Well, he continues to make the effort, but the results just aren't there this quarter.
Stockton looking around. Anthony up on top. Here's Brand, and he uses the glass on the layup. Brand's got 4 points this quarter.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
It's Bain atop the key. Again, the miss by Bain. Deep 2 from Anthony, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. Now it's a 5-point New York lead.
As a rookie, Anthony's one of the more polished jump shooters you'll see at the forward spot.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Checked in for Memphis. And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Anthony. Some might say he's a long shot at this point, but you never know.
Hey, stranger things have happened, and we'll just have to wait and see.
And as always, we'll keep the updates coming in as we get closer to All-Star Weekend. One thing you already know, there are some great players pulling in votes so far.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that this is going to be one of those dunk contests that everybody's going to be tuning into.
Okay, time for an injury report.
I was able to catch up with the Grizzlies' head athletic trainer. He let me know that it's a strained hip, which causes plenty of soreness and shooting pain in that area. Normally, this is an injury that would take a while to recover from, but they're saying he may be able to play on it. We'll be monitoring the situation and keep you updated.
Allie, thanks as always.
Yeah, so much changes around the league year to year, but the danger and impact of injury remains largely the same. It's not enough to be good. You gotta be lucky too.
Now the Knicks with it. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Stockton against Johnson. Anthony up on top. 5 to shoot. Robinson kicks to Anthony. Good, and the assist goes to Robinson. 9 points for Carmelo Anthony.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Smith outside. Wants to get it to Turner, and does. Outside Irvin. Over Anthony. And it's Irving missing.
And they continue to control the glass.
Anthony, the pass to Stockton. Here's Robinson, covered by Irving. Robinson kicks to Anthony. Over Johnson. Can't connect from 14 feet out. The Grizzlies trail by 6. To Williamson. Outside Irving. Over Robinson. Knicks with the rebound. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight. To the inside. Knocks it loose. And that one drops for him. Brand's got the lead up to 8 now for New York.
And fantastic work from Brand. You see how polished and comfortable he is inside.
Timeout called the Grizzlies.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show up to that move. Let's go. You got a chance to everyone walk through. Keep it going. Keep it going.
Memphis going with almost an entire new group here. This group has players swatting away the most shots in the league this month. The shot clock leaders. 5th on the list, Anthony Davis.
And guys, as the month has unfolded, his interior defense has gotten better and better.
Smith against Smith, and the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Smith against Smith. Shot clock at 6. The Grizzlies with another miss. The Knicks leading by 8. From 17 feet out, and again it's New York.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Shades. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Smith. Over Smith. Smith, no luck. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Smith against Smith. Fires for 3. Horford with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Smith with it. Robinson picks him up. Smith dishes to Brown. Outside, Joseph. Horford high post. Robinson with the block.
And there you see why Robinson is the anchor of this defense. Massive wingspan, easily allowing him to turn away shots.
Now here is Davis. 10-point lead. This is their biggest. Horford with the rebound. 50 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Here's Shades, and Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
Pass to Robinson. Now here's Richmond. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, if you give him that shot again, I'm willing to bet he nails it, especially with that lack of defensive effort.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. And it's Smith missing.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Here's Robinson. Oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, it's good to have a player on the floor with that kind of awareness. He recognized the situation.
And so it's New York up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the New York Knicks.
I love their game plan. Work the rock inside until someone stops it.
It's a simple, direct strategy, Shaq. And when you can pull it off, it gives you a multitude of options offensively.
And now an opportunity to check out the old social media feed. All right, fellas, we've got a question from Crossover Zeddy. Shaq is the Diesel. Kenny is the Jet. Why doesn't Ernie have a nickname?
Ernie does have a nickname. It's EJ.
Those are just initials, Shaq.
Oh, like MJ?
I still don't think that's a nickname, but I think we can all agree EJ is the MJ of Studio Hopes.
And you could just call me the Elevator.
Ooh, Elevator Ernie.
That'll do it for our show tonight. Thanks for joining us, and we'll send you back to Kevin Harlan for more Hoops action.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Really an incredible game from David Robinson.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Yeah, and in terms of slowing him down, I think they're going to have to change things up. Give him some different looks.
To stand, the Thunder were the rare young team to win it all. But championship teams usually have a lot of veterans. Why is that? I mean, how do you explain that role?
Well, look, the more you know, the more you've been through certain situations, the easier it is to react effectively in that situation. You'll see guys be ahead of a play. Why? Because they've seen that play hundreds, even thousands of times developing, that young guys haven't. So experience certainly helps.
So with Smith sitting on the bench, this is the group Mike Brown has right now. Anthony is out there with Davis. Then it's Stockton. Then it's Robinson. Now here's Bain. Irving can't get it to go.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Robinson with it, covered by Irving. Back to Stockton. Front pass the arc. The rebound by Turner.
And even without that three-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
3-on-3. Pass to Robinson. Robinson a screen on Smith. Stockton passes to Robinson. And it's Robinson with the jam.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was short, but the slam topped it off.
And that is why you want to run off turnovers. Get down the floor before the defense is set.
Now, here is Smith. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Driving to the basket. Davis, and the layup's good off the glass. Davis has got the lead up to 14 now for New York.
Yeah, the added muscle Davis has put on, helping him on these tough finishes, flexing on him there.
Now a timeout called by Memphis. Check out the standings out east already. We are in December. Taking a look at New York. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Pass to Bain. Back to Irving. Here's Shades. Turner with the screen. Just 5 on the clock. And Turner throws it down.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of that.
Yep, that one goes in there. Anthony's got 11 points.
Well, they have leaned on him offensively with good reason. Efficiency will help you win a lot of games.
Pass to Turner. Back to Bain. And here's Smith. Puts up a 3. Carmelo Anthony comes up with the rebound.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor. This offense is at its best when Stockton is running the show and creating for others.
Smith the pass to Turner. Pass to Bain. Fires from the line. The Knicks pull it in. Robinson's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. To the paint. Here's Anthony. Oh, and the jam by Anthony.
And I think there'll be a lot of nights like this in Carmelo's future. His offensive potential is immense. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Back to Smith. Knicks with the rebound. Outside for Stockton. Davis surveying the floor. Anthony sets the pick for Davis. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 18. Down low, it's stolen by Davis. Now it's Anthony running. He can go all the way. And it's Anthony with the jam.
And even though he's just a rookie, Anthony is already a decorated scorer, a guy you can trust on offense.
For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements. Pass to Irving. Back to Bain. Outside Turner to stop the run. And it's Stockton with the rebound. And so Stockton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. Outside Robinson. Just 5 to shoot. The 19-foot shot hits the front of the rim and out. The Grizzlies trail by 20. Now Bain. He's got 8, and he gets it to go. Bain's got 10 points in the game.
Well, if you overplay Bain on the perimeter, he can take you inside.
And so Mike Brown calls a timeout. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out.
Make some noise, and Wilson wants your way.
Teams making some changes here. And now that we have a chance, let's show you the NBA's top thieves. This is the list of this month's steals leaders. 5th on the list, Anthony Davis.
Really been fantastic defensively this run for him. He's had more than his share of steals, and now he's looking to get more.
Now here's Stockton. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 9.5 points a game. And Anthony gets it to go. And the Grizzlies with possession here. Here's Horford. And finished off by Horford.
No chance to shut that one down. Horford's reach made that play unstoppable.
New York with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Anthony kicks to Richmond. Stockton against Johnson. And there's Stockton. That's good on the assist by Richmond. Stockton's got his second basket.
Moving it around, 8 of their last 10 coming off assists.
Williamson, the pass to Johnson. Back to Williamson. And it's Joseph in the corner. 3-pointers off the mark. The Knicks leading by 20. Davis with a screen on Johnson. Stockton finds Anthony. Back to Stockton. Davis inside, guarded by Horford. And finished off by Anthony Davis.
Oh my goodness. AD wanted them to feel that one. Davis boosts his whole team with that explosiveness.
What a great look here at this tremendous move from our AT&T Connected Cam point of view. Now here's Johnson. Still yet to score. Pass to Williamson. To the middle. Horford gets the bucket.
Just a positive force right now for these guys. And though his team has fallen a bit short, it's not because of him.
Stockton with it. Covered by Johnson. Here's Petrovic. Here's Davis, and the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Yeah, you have to give him a lot of credit here. He's turned things around after a disappointing first half.
Horford with the screen on Stockton. Johnson down low. Stockton's on him. Horford sets a screen for Joseph. No good on the 3.
And I thought that was going to drop. Looked good from here.
It's tipped. Petrovic with the pass to Carmelo. New York moving it around. And the shot goes in. Anthony's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
He's creating good looks and shooting very efficient.
The Grizzlies shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. And then Johnson with the dunk.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Buries it from three-point range. Anthony's got 13 points in the second half. Grizzlies have gone 6 of 14 since halftime. A little cold from the field. Johnson kicks to Brown. That's to Williamson. Joseph has an open look, and he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The 3 from Anthony, and the Knicks hit again from deep.
For a talented shooter, Anthony is pretty reserved at the arc. Maybe he'll grow bolder with time.
Knicks lead, 73-45.
Williamson looking it over. Over Anthony. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Carmelo Anthony getting it done for the Knicks. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We come back right after this. With the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the New York Knicks. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. We've got Zach Edey. Johnson is out there with Hawkins. And it's Law in at the 4. And it's good for 2. Richmond's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for the Knicks.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
To the wing right side. Richmond with the rebound.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you could see the frustration on his face.
At the elbow, it's Brand. Pass to Williams. Banked in off the glass.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
Count it.
Now, that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Now here is Brand. Smith scanning the floor. 6 to shoot. Here's McCaskill. It's rebounded by Memphis. Pass to Hawkins. Back to Johnson. And we've seen teams make surprising playoff runs only to falter the next year. Team trajectories not always a straight line, clearly.
No, absolutely, Kevin. I would think in most cases it's not a straight line. Because, look, the other teams are all trying to win, too. That's what makes things different. So you might be slightly off the next year and someone else makes a big jump, and then it looks like your decline is a lot bigger than it is. Every year is a new year.
Here's Johnson. That's Richmond picking up that last basket. To the inside.
Good. Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. Brand outside. Williams for 3. That shot, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 4 on field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. Pass to Edey. Here's Law. The 3. Tips it up. Great positioning on the putback. Edey's got 4 points in the quarter.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
Here's Richmond. Law with the rebound. The Grizzlies have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Johnson, the pass to Hawkins. Johnson, the screen. With the drive and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Coach, when you've had to scout for prospects, how much stock did you put in the NBA Combine?
Well, I think, Kevin, you can get certain things out of the Combine. I think the physical testing stuff is good to at least give you a baseline on guys. I think getting a chance to talk to some of the players is outstanding. And then just getting anytime you get another chance to watch guys work, watch guys play, it's just another data point for you.
And the Knicks making a change here. May's checked in, and Memphis also making a switch. Springer's checked in. And he can't hit the second. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
Tipped away. Now here's Johnson. Defense right on him. Knicks with the rebound. Here's May. Pass to Smith. Here's May. And it's denied. Hawkins with it. Now Smith defending. Here's Johnson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
First personal foul.
So, as a coach, during this long season, how do you keep your players engaged?
That's a great question, Kevin, but I got to tell you, I think it comes more to the players than the coaches. I think as a coach, you try to be consistent. You're always a little worried about fatigue. You've got to be concerned about the work and rest balance, both mentally and physically. But the players just have to be professional and get themselves ready to play on a daily basis.
And the Knicks making a change here. Robinson's checked in. Turner's checked in for Memphis. Williams comes in for Hawkins. So Johnson hits 2 of them. The Knicks leading by 23. Pass to May to stop the drought. The rebound by Turner. Turner's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Now here's Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Williams. 5 on the clock. The 15-footer, that's good on the jump shot.
And looking a lot better now, but still a long way to go to get back into this one.
Yeah, it'll take time. They need to keep stringing together positive possession, and defensively, they need stops.
The Grizzlies trail by 21. Johnson up top. He's guarded by Williams. There's the 3. David Robinson with the rebound. New York's gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range, and finished off by Robinson.
Ooh, put a little extra on that.
He does. He doesn't usually finish soft either. Obviously, he can when necessary, but not that time. Now here's Johnson. Robinson with the block, and it goes out of bounds. That one off Robinson. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And a block like that sends a message. One that says we're not giving up this lead.
Stockton against Smith. Turner with the screen for Smith. 5 to shoot. Pass to Turner. Stolen by Robinson. Puts it up for Davis. Irving with the steal. Smith on the wing. And here is Turner. He's covered by Stockton. Shot's good by Turner.
And it's getting late, guys, but all of a sudden they have hope when just a little while ago it looked like hope was lost.
On the wing, Irving. He's covered by Stockton. Bain passes to Irving. Over Stockton. That misses off the backboard. And so Stockton will bring it up for the New York Knicks. And in 2023, the NBA implementing a new player participation policy, Coach, trying to minimize unexcused absences for star players.
Kevin, I think it's huge for our game. Fans pay and watch TV to see the great players. And there's nothing more important in the league than that those guys being on the court on a consistent basis. And anything that the league can do and teams can do to ensure that, the better it is for everyone.
And his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
He took charge tonight, and it was just that type of breakout performance they needed. As they try to shake out of the slump they've been in, they'll be hoping he has more nights in him just like this one. Knicks on defense. Taken away by Anthony. Pass to Richmond. No good there. Trade D that time from Bain. Here's Shays. Rebounded by Anthony. The Knicks leading by 23. And here's Stockton. And teams take more threes now than ever before. More than double the average attempts we saw in the 90s.
Well, I think what's happened, Kevin, is we just have more guys who can shoot the ball. So in the 90s, you might have had two guys who shot the ball well from three and made it a good shot. Now, on a lot of teams, virtually everyone on the roster can shoot the three. If we have more guys on the floor who can space out and shoot the three, we're going to have a lot more attempts and a lot more efficiency on those attempts. Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for New York.
This was a physical game.
Yeah, I mean, they were aware of the rotations defensively and were able to attack the rim.
And ever win important, and this one will go down as win number 3. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Carmelo Anthony.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
Here's Smith. David Robinson making his last shot. Shot clock at 6. Here's Shays. Off off the mark, and the drought continues. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Davis dishes to Richmond. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Anthony, covered by Irving. Here's Davis, and that one is good.
Inspired tonight. They fought hard and at crucial points just made the play.
Yeah, they saved their best basketball for this home stretch, and they certainly earned this one.
So no problem for New York as they get the win. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a defining one for what they can do when they are playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony, Allie LaForce, and Stan Van Gundy, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks so much for joining us here tonight. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
Coming right up, the Warriors taking on the Nets for the Golden. State Warriors, good times. They've won 4 of the last 5, dictating the pace night in and night out. They look to establish their style of play again here tonight with another win. Nets, Warriors, coming up next. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. They've got Holmgren, and it's Maxey in at the point. Here's Malone, clock at 6. The rebound by Duncan. Brooklyn with the ball. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team. Anthony, the pass to Edwards. He buries it from 3. With a good chunk of the season in the books, Richard. Are you keeping an eye on the trade deadline coming up?
Yeah, it's not too far away to start throwing some of those ideas into the good old trade machine, but I'd like to be respectful to the players and not speculate too much. There's a lot more involved than just moving players.
Here's Anthony. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Edwards can't hit. And the Warriors with possession, coming off a win against the Hornets.
No doubt, that game tells you what kind of team they are. They weren't at their best that night and still got the win.
Just looking at the box score, you wouldn't think that they did enough to pull it out, but all the intangibles is where they won this ball game.
Anthony outside, pass to Edwards. Here's Chapuka. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Lets it go from the wing. Mutombo. It's good on the putback.
He really gets in perfect position for the follow. Just a terrific read.
Outside Maxey. Soft touch off the glass.
Maxey just completely disregarding the defense because he can.
A chance here to catch up with Ali from the sideline.
I had a chance to catch up with Darko Rajakovic. I brought up Tyrese Maxey and I asked him what makes him so hard to guard. He said, quote, to put things simply, his speed and his decision making. He's one of the fastest guys in the game and also picks smart shots to take. That combination is lethal. We'll see how his defense fares against Maxey tonight. Back over to you.
Thanks for that, Ali. And it's Edwards with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. Last game matched up with the Thunder. Tough loss there.
Yeah, we know that on the road, you're already a little out of your element. Then the misses from the line become contagious.
Yeah, they weren't doing themselves any favors missing all those free throws. You could sense the frustration mounting as the game went on.
Warriors trail by 5. Here's Iverson. Really played well against Charlotte in his last game. Hits a 3-pointer. Maxey's got his second basket on the night.
That is how you respond. Maxey with the 3 of his own.
Well, the rise of Tyrese Maxey has been fun. What do you think makes him such an exciting player, RJ?
Oh, it's his speed and tenacity for sure. He might be the quickest guard in the league right now. And in addition, he's also become an absolute knockdown shooter.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Now here's Edwards. And in the game with Oklahoma City, he did not play well.
He had the right idea, just couldn't come up with the swipe.
And deflections, they're a stat that all teams track. They show who is the most active defensively.
Edwards with it, Maxey covering. Chapuka, pass to Mutombo. Ooh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Nets.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
Also, you got to appreciate how unselfish they've been. I mean, the ball movement has been impressive, and the assist numbers are off the chart.
Pass to Holmgren from downtown. The rebound by Duncan.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
It's Anthony on the take. The kick out to Edwards. Here's Mutombo. Maxi covering. And the basket by Mutombo.
Just a textbook lead pass right there, putting it right where it needed to be.
Pass to Maxi. Can't hit that one. Ooh, solid defense from Anthony. Right now, firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, there's a nice flow to this offense right now.
The offensive rebound.
Usually he's a master in the midi, but not that time.
Second shot opportunity. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
The effort, the position, the timing, all there.
And add instincts to that. He can sense where the rebound's going to go. Now here's Edwards. 9 points in the game.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. Warriors trail by 5. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. And we might see some changes. Coach potentially looking to adjust. A full line change here for Brooklyn. And now in December, here's what the Eastern Conference standings look like. You take a look at Brooklyn. They've put together the 6th best record in the conference.
I think for the Nets, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
From here on out is just about putting in the work, coming to every game ready to compete, and never giving less than your best.
Oh, neither of these teams can miss. At the same time, neither is playing a ton of defense either.
Here's Thompson. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. And let's take a moment to see which bigs were doing work from the three-point line this past month. Chet Holmgren, 4th.
And these bigs have refined their games to the point where they're a threat to score from anywhere on the floor.
Okay, I'll say it. I'm still not a huge fan of big fellas taking threes, but when it comes to this group, I will make an exception.
That free throw is good from Thompson. That misses, so he splits the free throws. Warriors trail by 4. Right side, Hill. Over Edgecombe. Brooklyn pulls it in. Back to Albia. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
And their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
Outside Grimes. Pulls up on the wing. Hill can't connect. Nets leading by 6. They set the pick. DeRozan passes to Avdia. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Hill against DeRozan. Over Hill. And it's DeRozan missing. Warriors trail by 6. It's Hill with the drive. Here's Buzelis, still without a bucket, to the middle. Here's Brown, and the jam by Brown.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Avdia, screen on Giddey. The 3 from Edgecombe. Nails it from 3. And the Nets lead by 7.
And excellent perimeter offense so far. Their shooters are clearly in a great rhythm.
Here's Hill. Outside Giddey. Here's Grimes. Misses the 3. Brooklyn leading by 7. Going inside. And Edgecombe gets it to go.
He's someone opposing defenses have a hard time game planning for.
Outside, Hill. Outside Grimes. Giddey passes to Hill. No good with the triple. Brooklyn has gone 4 of 5 from distance here in the first quarter. Here's Avdia, and there's another one for Brooklyn.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Shot to stop the run, and it's laid up and in by Hill.
Yeah, this is a highlight of Giddey's game, his innate ability to set others up.
Pass to DeRozan. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Buzelis. No points yet. Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Here's Edgecombe. Thompson, a screen on Giddey. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
Yeah, they haven't appeared in a rush at all. They are just playing to their strengths and building this lead out well.
Outside Giddey, right side Hill. And it's good for two. Hill's gotten his second bucket on the night.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
From deep three-point land. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. Domination in the first quarter. It's been pretty lopsided. Brooklyn out in front, up by 11. And we'll be back in just a minute with the start of the second quarter. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. Boy, the Nets have been rolling along, haven't they?
But what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Edgecombe out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Tripucka in at the small forward position. So that's the Nets 5. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. Tyrese Maxey, a late first-round pick back in 2020. He's become an all-star. He said, quote, "I've always had that chip with me from day one. I had to earn everything I got from a basketball perspective and make a name for myself. I try hard to foresee and envision this." Back over to you, BA.
The drive for greatness. All right, Allie, appreciate the report. That one goes. Count it. Duncan's got his second bucket of the game.
And they're +5 on the boards after that rebound.
Iverson passes to Malone. Here's Maxey. Kicks it out to Holmgren. There's a screen. Here's Iverson. Knocks it down from distance. Iverson's got 5 points.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
It's Edwards on the wing. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
Yeah, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Outside Edwards. It's rebounded by Golden State. Malone, pass to Maxey. Here's Malone. Pass to Maxey. Spins. Over Edgecombe. And it's Maxey missing.
Credit the defensive effort there, not giving him room to operate.
Back to Edwards. There's a screen. This one for 3. Edwards can't get that one to fall.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Maxey with a screen on Edwards. Pass to Maxey. Over Edgecombe. And a miss there with a chance to cut the lead to single digits. Brooklyn leading by 11. The open shot by Edwards. A good-looking shot from the wing. Edwards got 7 now in this quarter.
Oh, man, he's feeling it this quarter. They should be looking to get him going every trip down the floor.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He might have seen something and needs to review with his guy. We're seeing more and more teams playing 5 out now, RJ, with big men who can shoot from 3. Is that where the game's headed?
Those players are still hard to find, but I think more 7-footers will look to develop their long-distance shooting. It's becoming the new norm.
Anthony's checked in for Brooklyn. Now here's Maxey. Give him 8. Pass to Holmgren. Lets it go from deep. They get it again. Here's Iverson. And here is Maxey. Just 5 to shoot. Over Anthony. Maxey, that's good. Maxey's got 10 points in the game.
Capitalizing from the mid-range. Maxey just taking what he sees and making it available.
Pass to Edwards. Fires for 3. Again, the miss by Edwards. Warriors trail by 11. Holmgren, the pass to Iverson. Now here's Maxey. Here's Iverson. Back to Maxey. Goes up on the wing. Nice spin off the left rim and in. He's got 12.
When Maxey is feeling himself, he can really fill up that stat sheet.
There's a screen. Pass to Edwards. Lets the 3 fly. Oh, that bucket gives him his 7th field goal in 12 tries.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
Iverson passes to Maxey. And right away, they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. Maxey's got 7 points here in the quarter. Brooklyn leading by 9. Outside Edwards. Here's Edgecombe. 5 points in the game. Launches it. Good. The assist goes to Edwards. Edwards got 3 assists in the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Ball stolen. Hello. Rebounded by the Nets. Duncan's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. And he's going for the lob.
And the lead increases on a crazy offensive sequence.
Man, the dunk alone would have been incredible, let alone the fact that it came off a pinpoint pass. And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. Coach taking this moment to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan.
Get out of your seat. Come on, make some noise for your Brooklyn Nets team.
Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. You look at the Warriors, they're in 5th place, right in the middle of the conference. Still time to improve that positioning.
Well, I think for the Warriors, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
From here on out is just about putting in the work. Coming to every game ready to compete and never giving less than your best.
And so it's Brooklyn with it. The Warriors getting their last shot to go. Pass to Thompson. Here's Avdia, and it's rejected. Now here's Giddey. No points so far. Back to Hill. Fades and shoots. The shot misses.
Ooh, that's a tough break. After poor communication defensively, it leaves him all by himself.
3-pointer Anthony, and he buries his first look.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
He's locked in with his teammates right now, setting guys up in perfect position.
Now here's Holmgren, a steady force on their offense, recording around 14.5 a game. Hill for 3. Thompson pulls it in.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Now here's Edwards. The D's right on him. 3-pointer Anthony. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Iverson. He's got 5. Outside, Hill. Pass to Holmgren from behind the arc. Avdia pulls it in. Nets leading by 15. The kick out to Edwards. Sinks the tray. Edwards got 13 points now in the quarter.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Outside Giddey. Here's Iverson, guarded by Edwards. Iverson can't hit.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the plate and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Thompson with a screen, down low. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren. And this will be a second trip to the free throw line. Both teams deciding to change it up. He's perfect from the line this time. 1:31 left in the first half of this one. Here's Brown. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Giddey. Giddey's got 3 assists now in this one. And one thing that's fun to watch, when Josh Giddey grabs a defensive rebound and goes coast to coast, RJ.
Yeah, that's when he is at his best. Ball is in his hand. Out in space, playing with speed.
Now here's Edwards. 22 points for him. Good work defensively by Hill.
And we haven't seen them pound the ball inside and draw as much contact this quarter. That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
And here's Edwards outside. He's got it. His 9th make out of 15 tries.
I love it. His love for the game couldn't be more obvious. It helps him make a positive impact out on the court. And it also keeps the bench fired up.
And that one's good. Giddey.
And sometimes defenders just forget how tall Giddey is. I mean, the 6'8" guard is solid finishing inside.
DeRozan outside. In time to beat the shot clock, but it's no good. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets out in front by 19 going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. More 2K action in just a moment.
Please direct your attention to center court.
Hello and welcome. First up, folks, let's take a moment to see how things are shaking down in the Rookie of the Year race.
Well, we're deep enough into the year right now, we can confirm these dudes are legit. They're going to be a problem for a long time.
Yeah, I really like this rookie class. Has some potential stars, man.
And looking now at that first half where everything was going wrong for the Warriors.
They know they don't have to keep shooting threes, right? When you're this cold, you just can't keep tossing up anything. It's freezing in here, Ernie.
Oh, I get it. He's cold. Ernie, you get it. I mean, I guess, yeah, it's pretty hard to win that way.
Good stuff, fellas. Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. And you know, Anthony Edwards has been really making it happen, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Ime Udoka's 5. We've got Maxey, and it's Malone in at the 4-man position. Pass to Duncan. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Here's Chapuka. Uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Nets lead by 21.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Yeah, taking it right to the rim. One imagines that might be discussed at halftime. That's going to be on the film.
Now here's Maxey. And the ball out of play. The Nets will have it. And let's see what the Brooklyn Nets have coming up. On Sunday, they'll start out on the road to play the Lakers in Los Angeles. And then on Monday, they'll face off against Ja Morant and the Orlando Magic.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. He shoots. Brooklyn with the board.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Mutombo. Outside Edwards. Now here's Anthony. Maxey covering. Here's Tripucka. And the three-pointer goes. Tripucka's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Here's Malone. Now Maxey. 15 points in the game. Pass to Malone. The kick out to Maxey. And they come right back with their own three-pointer. Maxey's got 18 points in the game.
So locked in from range. Maxey almost makes it look effortless.
Anthony, the pass to Edwards. Shoots off the step back. That shot missing.
Their first miss since the break. Still, I like how they've come out so far.
Iverson passes to Malone. And here is Maxey. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Well, Maxey goes hard at the inside D, basically taking away their good options.
These are his first free throws of the game. And the first one at the line is good. Both free throws good from Maxey. Brooklyn leading by 21. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, Brian. Commissioner Adam Silver was asked about the wildest ideas thrown around in the league office. He said, quote, "One thing that's been discussed is potentially 2 free throws for a foul on a 3-point shot. I don't think we should do it in the last 2 minutes of the game, but that's something interesting." Brian, back to you.
Not a bad idea. Okay, Allie, thanks a lot. This is his first opportunity at the line this evening.
At the line, Tim Duncan. At the line, 2 times.
He's off on the first. So the Nets making a switch here. Avdia's checked in. And he can't hit the second. Richard, when you look at career longevity for NBA players, has LeBron shifted what we thought was possible?
No doubt. It's made fans more critical of guys that are on the decline. But ultimately, guys start to decline around 32, 33 years old. That is normal.
And it's Maxey missing. Brooklyn leading by 21. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock, here's Duncan, and he jams it home with authority.
And finding his teammate in stride, he led his guy perfectly.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
It's time for team.
Making a switch here. Okay, it's time for the 2K leaderboard. The top teams in blocks during the last month of play. The 4th spot held by the Nets.
These guys have been so impressive down low on the defensive end, denying shots left and right over the past month.
Maxey feeling it out a bit. Shot on the wing. Rebound Brooklyn. Duncan's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one.
Rough start to the second half for them, only getting one of the past 4 shots to fall.
Here's Tripucka. Maxey covering. 6 to shoot. A deep 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 4 rebounds now. Iverson passes to Maxey. Kicks it out to Holmgren for 3. He drops it from range. Holmgren's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, it's just too easy for Holmgren. Man, is he fun to watch operate off the catch.
Here's Tripucka. He has 7. Puts up a 3. Knocks down the triple. Tripucka's got 10 points.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Holmgren from outside the arc. And the Warriors with another 3.
In full-on catch-up mode. They're raining 3s right now.
Here's Tripucka. And there's a pick. Here's Duncan. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
And he couldn't get an easier shot. The defense right now just looks defeated.
Yeah, you'd love to see a little bit more fire on defense. Shoot, any fire on defense. They can't just be giving the game away.
Now here's Holmgren. He has 6. Here's Malone. The shot, no good. Nice D from Avdia. Here's Dandridge. Yet to see a basket. McInnes. Again, the net score.
Since half, there's been a stark contrast between these teams. I'm talking about efficiency at the offensive end.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Pass to Iverson. Back to Maxey. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Tripucka. He's got 10. They set a pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Just their second turnover of the game. Impressive how mistake-free they've been.
And the Warriors making a change here. Golden State has gone 7 for 17 from three-point range so far in this matchup. Pass to Iverson. To the middle. Avdia with a steal. Now DeRozan. Here's Buzelis. Grimes, the pass to Malone. Brown, a screen on Avdia. And here's Brown. Defended by Thompson. Brown, no good. The Nets have gotten 7 of their 9 shots to fall. Quality shooting in the second half. Oh, swiped away. In transition. Pass to Buzelis. To win the drought. On target from range. Buzelis has got his second bucket on the night.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
To the inside, Thompson. Perfect pass to set up the lay-in. Thompson's got 9.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Pass to Buzelis. The 3 ball. Thompson pulls it in. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Brooklyn. Here's Dandridge. And there's another one for Brooklyn.
Imagine how much bigger this lead might be if he were a little more selfish.
Here's Buzelis. Here's Malone. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. Fades away. Brooklyn with the board. 59 seconds left to play in the third. And that one is stuffed right through.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. A terrific view of that move captured on the connected cam, thanks to AT&T. Pass to Malone. Avdia with a steal. In transition. Here comes Brooklyn. 2 points. That one goes.
Changing ends quickly. Scoring before the defense can set up. They've been doing it all game.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
It's his first trip to the line.
First personal foul. Team second.
The first free throw is good. So it's both teams making substitutions here.
2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. 8-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Inside, tipped. In transition, here they come. Pass to Giddey. Here's Malone, defended by Thompson. Fires from way outside. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Brooklyn Nets, firmly in control with an impressive 28-point lead as the quarter ends. Their efficiency has been off the charts. They're running their sets well with patience and purpose. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Thompson. Anthony is out there with Edgecombe. And it's Thurman in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. So that's the Nets 5.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Here's Edgecombe. They set the screen. Well, Richard, over the last few years, we're seeing the NBA experiment with the format for the All-Star game.
I'm a classic East versus West guy, but the players have to be more competitive. I think that is the best version of the All-Star game we've ever seen.
And so it's Golden State with it, following the 3 by Brooklyn. Here's Giddey. Anthony grabs the board.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Six on the shot clock. And he can't bank that one in. Anthony's gone 1 for 3 on the night. We're just over a minute and a half now into the fourth. Here's Buzelis. Top of the key jumper, no good. The Nets shooting has been spectacular. 67%. Just incredible. Edgecombe. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Brooklyn.
They're moving the ball around so well, guys. Quick passes, letting the next guy do the work if you don't have a look.
Yeah, something else they're doing in this game is striking from long range. The defense just hasn't been able to keep them off the arc tonight.
Brown, he's checked in for the Warriors. So he gets them both. And Richard, for those vets who haven't won a ring yet, how hard is it to take less money to join a contender?
It is not hard, and contenders typically count on that. Because once you've made the money, if you've made it that far in your career, if there's one thing left that you want to accomplish, that's win a ring.
McInnes. Giddey defends. They set the pick. And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You got to focus on the details.
The Warriors have gone 1 of 4 since the fourth quarter began. Outside Grimes, three-pointer. Brooklyn pulls it in. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Fade away. The shot by McAdoo, no good. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Hill fires from deep. It's rebounded by Dandridge.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink its strategy around what to do with him.
To the paint, and stolen by Brown. Here's Grimes. The shot's good on the assist by Giddey. Giddey's got 4 assists now tonight.
Yeah, something Giddey has always done well is share the ball. Tough to miss that wide open man.
It's tipped, and so it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Tripucka gets the bucket.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
That's a great possession. Put your best players in a position to succeed.
Now here's Hill. Outside Giddey. 5 to shoot. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Three-pointer, Buzelis. Tries again. No good at the rim. The Nets have gotten half of their attempts to fall in the fourth. 2 for 4 now. Tripucka, pass to Thurman. Here's Dandridge. Takes the 3. It's not going to go for him. Pass to Grimes. Brown with a screen. From the arc. Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Here's Dandridge. Here's Tripucka. Pass to Dandridge. They set the screen. Here's McAdoo. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. Richard, the league taking some steps to prevent flopping. What's the criteria for what crosses the line?
It's called STEM. It's an acronym for secondary, theatrical, exaggerated movements. Yes, that's a real term. It's kind of a limited definition, and it basically says, don't be an idiot.
Brooklyn making a switch here. Avdia's checked in. Here's Buzelis. Fires the 3. Outside Grimes. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Grimes has got 6 in the quarter.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Here's Tripucka, checked by Hill. Here's McAdoo. Uses the glass on the layup.
Reliable approach, getting the ball in the paint and going to work.
Outside Grimes. Back to Giddey. Inside. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
First team foul. Shooting for Golden State, Brown. Shooting 2.
Shooting 2.
That free throw misses. Well, a lot of eyes focused on NBA officiating, but where their eyes are focused is also a topic.
Yeah, the league's able to track officials' position on the court and even tell where they're looking. And you cross-check that with the results and train them where to be and where to keep watching.
Here's Tripucka. Let's go with a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Brown's got his 5th rebound in this one. Outside Grimes, pass to Brown. Now here's Hill, launches a 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Avdia's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Dandridge, covered by Grimes. Here's Avdia. Ooh, good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Outside Grimes. Pass to Hill. Now Grimes. Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Duncan. Duncan's got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass eating. Here's Shapuka. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Abdi outside. The three is up. And it's Giddey with a rebound. Giddey's got 4 rebounds now. And Josh Giddey is going to pick up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Well, you want officials to get the calls right, but for video review, maybe institute a 2-minute time limit, you think?
Oh, I would love a good 2-minute time limit, but the worst thing to do would be to go to a 2-minute time limit and then have them not get it right. Then you wasted all that time for nothing.
Tyrese Maxey's checked in for Giddey. No good on that one.
At the line, shooting for Brooklyn, Tim Duncan.
Good on the second one. Well, the Warriors shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began. Grimes, the pass to Maxey. And here's Brown.
2 minutes to play. Fourth quarter.
Outside Maxey, 6 to shoot. Pass to Grimes. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Here's Duncan, defended by Brown. A nice shot by Duncan. That gives him a double-double.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
Now here's Maxey. The rebound by Duncan. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for the Brooklyn Nets.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Nets.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And with this performance, they'll have claimed their 8th win of the year. And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for Anthony Edwards.
And he's been a well-oiled machine on offense, keeping things simple in this end, getting the looks that he wanted, knocking them down.
I think he's gone completely dry. Nothing is hitting.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
Here's Dandridge. It's Avdia on the wing. Over Buzelis. Avdia can't get it to go. Maxey with it. So we see the Nets taking the W here. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game we've ever seen, but you've got to appreciate their masterful performance.
you.